Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of wrecked decks. Yeah, weird, right? Come on, I know you guys have been like me, right? Where you've just wandered around the toy section, maybe sometimes into those cheaper toy aisles, just to see what kind of crazy things you come across. And then you find something that's just so weird and bizarre and out there that you can't help yourself, you buy it. That's exactly what I did here with the wrecked decks. These things are so wild. They just scream something that you would have found back in the 80s or early 90s. There was always some weird and bizarre and crazy and twisted ideas turned into toys, and that's kind of what these guys remind me of. So we're going to check these things out. Look at these guys. Basically, if you haven't already figured it out, these are skateboard toys. They're little skateboards. They sort of remind me of tech decks. In fact, I think wrecked decks is supposed to be a little play on words from tech decks. Those were really popular at one point. They were just little finger skateboards, basically, that, you know, you could actually change the wheels and all that kind of stuff. But these have a bit of a nice little Halloween twist or a horror twist. They're just all really weird, goofy, kind of Halloween-themed experiments, basically. You'll notice every box has an experiment number with the name. And the wrecked decks themselves, little skateboards, they're in test tubes in there. So oftentimes you'll notice that they kind of roll around and they flip around, so they may not always be facing frontwards like this guy really doesn't want to here. But look at the boxes here, first of all. Before we open these up, I love these packages. First of all, they're totally eye-catching. They're bright, colorful. I love the Wrecked Decks logo with the monster kind of decor, the brain, all the little science-y stuff going on there, the band-aids and everything. That's awesome. And you got this little mad scientist image down here, like this little cartoon, where he's like just making these crazy skateboards for whatever reason. It's so bizarre, but I love it. So this is experiment number 2, Billy Banana. And if you flip it around to the back, you get more information on what ingredients went into making this experiment. 1 straitjacket, 5 bad jokes, ball bearings, 8 ounces of kooky cola, 3 semi-ripe peels, a pinch of sugar. And then we even get this weird little poem-y kind of thing down here, this little rhyme. A young banana plucked from a tree, taken to a secret laboratory. Potions and mixtures and tests were endured, which left Billy's mind slightly obscured. The boxes on these are seriously half the fun. Look at this. Experiment number 1, Freddy Flounder. This crazy dead fish skateboard. Ingredients: 1 decomposing fish, 4 flies, 1 large fish hook, 2 ounces of mucky water, and 50 volts of electricity. A bright blue fish, chipper and plucky, taken from waters dirty and mucky. Caught by a scientist who's gone insane, the experiments resulted in Freddy's fried brain. See, this is really creative stuff. You can tell that even though these are just wacky, cheap little toys, some serious thought went into these. Somebody had some love for these things. Experiment number 3, John da Bomb. Ingredients: 1 ton of steel, 2 gallons of waste, half a frog brain, whatever, 5 radioactive fish, 1 old shoe, and 3 plutonium rods. A bomb who's seen the terror of war but never a scientist, this deranged before. Made with metal, plutonium, and explosives, 1 failed experiment later and his brain is corrosive. And finally, this might even be my favorite, even though it's a little bit more traditional. Scary Larry. He just looks like a little ghost. He's experiment number 4. The ingredients are 1 old bed sheet, of course, 4 cans of spooky soda, 6 lima beans, old, moldy slice of cheese, spider spit. How do you get that? Old worn sock, and 1 glow stick. Spooky figures that bump in the night never come close to the level of fright you get from this ghost who knows how to scare, that was created to haunt in a scientist's lair. These are awesome, and the packages are so much fun. Like I said, these are just little cheapo toys, but somebody seriously had some love for these things and made awesome packages and those fun little poems on the back. So let's get these guys opened up and take a closer look at what's inside the box. So here we are. We have our wrecked decks outside of the packaging. These things are really fun because, first of all, they come in these little test tubes. The test tubes are neat because they're actually made of a nice sturdy, hard plastic there. They're definitely not prone to, they're prone to cracking, it looks like. I got some little cracks in my Ghost one here, unfortunately, but for the most part, these are really cool. And the little stopper on the top of it even has a little Wrecked Decks logo. It's got a little beaker kind of thing on there. So these are pretty neat. You can just pop the little stopper out, we can pull out our little Wrecked Decks boards. So we'll get all these guys out here. Boom. Boom and boom. And now we can take a closer look at the boards themselves. So the designs are really fun. So look at this guy here. I like them because this one here specifically kind of reminds me of a Madball kind of quality, which is really neat. John DeBomb here. Great look there. It's a fun design. Obviously the board itself is designed to look like a missile of some sort there, but he's got this great face. He's got the little evil green eye. I love the green stuff coming out of the mouth with the sharp teeth there. The paint jobs are actually really nice on these. They're made of a very lightweight plastic. I mean, this thing is like feather light. It's so light, but it's a nice brittle kind of hard plastic, so it's not flexible at all. It does have little cool translucent orange wheels on the bottom. This is all, it looks kind of like it's metal, but I don't think it is. It looks like it's plastic just painted with a nice shiny silver on there to make it look like it's metal, but the wheels roll really nicely, so that's actually pretty cool. We got Billy Banana here. This is a really fun design. Of course, he's the one where his peel looks like a straitjacket, and he's got the little kooky, crazy face there, the wacky eyes, the tongue hanging out of his mouth. Same thing, got the little translucent orange wheels. He's a little bit thicker because of his sculpt, but still feels that same. It's really light plastic, but really fun design. Freddy Flounder is a skateboard just like a fish. A dead fish, mind you, with the X and the eye, very cartoonish, the tongue hanging out of his mouth there. Got the little purple wheels on the bottom. Yeah, look, even the extra detail of a hook in the fish's mouth. That's kind of fun. And then we got Scary Larry, our ghost. It's just a skateboard shaped like a ghost, but that's really fun. I really like that one. I don't know. I kind of got a thing for that old school ghost look, so he's actually one of my favorites. I love the purple wheels. That goes really great with it. So, I don't know. These are just really fun. There's really not a lot to them. That's all there is. These aren't as sophisticated as like tech decks if you've ever had any of those. So, there's no wheels that can be removed. I don't think they've got any metal parts or anything like that. It seems like it's all plastic to me. But they're fun designs. They're really wacky. They've got these great little test tubes, which is actually really fun for kind of displaying them even, you know. You can get them in those little test tubes. Line them up like that. They sort of remind me of just wacky, goofy things that you would find back in the 80s and the 90s and stuff like that, just because they're so bizarre. I mean, somebody somewhere came up with the idea to make a line of skateboards that are the result of a mad scientist that go inside of test tubes. I mean, that is just so out there. It's so weird, but it's so much fun. So these are really neat. If it looks like something that you're interested in, you can actually find these at Walmart stores. They're kind of in that cheap toy aisle. And these things only run you like a couple bucks a piece. I believe they were like $1.99 a piece or something like that. So definitely check them out if you want to. Happy haunting, my friends. And until next time.